what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna be rigging this one right here. And we've rigged something like this before, but we're gonna be rigging this bit different. This is going to be rigged for Tuna. And so we've rigged this before, but this is a smaller size. And gonna be rigging it a bit different. This is the Gekito Strike. Alright, so we have a 3.0 hook here. I forget the model of this I had. I had like a bulk of these, and honestly, I don't even know where the packet is, so I don't know what the brand or make of this. I just looked and then put that in the slot right there, and that is perfect. Incidentally, that's also where the hook's going to sit, so it's going to be sitting like so. Okay, and this is also a bit lighter, so what we're gonna do is use the PFZ05, but not the 240. We're going to do the 140. And using the 140 will make it a bit light and move really well with the jig. And we're gonna take about that much. Okay, add a little more. Okay, about that much. Cut that, and then we'll take a small solid ring, which is what we have here. We'll see if the needle fits actually. I'm hoping that it would, so that we could just use this, which should fit. If you're new to the channel, this channel talks about the hows and whys of fishing. We cover everything from big game, ultralight, everything in the middle, including fly fishing. And lately, we have been doing a lot of jig rigging because we're putting together a jig rigging library, and it's gonna take a while to fill it up, and hopefully we'll have majority of the jigs made covered so that you have a reference of how to rig these jigs, at least a starting point. Alright, so we're using a needle, right? Like a literal needle, a long one, to do our splicing, and so far it's been working really well for us. So you can see here, it makes everything easy, and all you have to do is really just pull the needle, and boom, there we go, easy. Now, the thing that we're doing differently with this is adding flash, because we're going to be using this for tuna, and the tuna that we're chasing after actually is they're on the surface. So most of the jigs that we have rigged so far have been rigged with Flashaboo, and this one is the first one that we're going to rig with Crystal Flash. And we're not doing much, but as you can see there, that's a healthy quantity, right? So to double that, I'm just gonna basically fold that in half. Okay, and as with the others, we wet this so that we're able to put this in the hole. Now, I'm hoping that it won't fit in the hole so that I can show you guys a different type of rigging. Yeah, there we go. So it wasn't able to. Very good. Now, it means that we're gonna have to rig this a different way. I am wetting this so that it bunches up and it does not break apart. So if it's bunched up, it's not gonna go all over the place. Alright, so now I'm just putting a base of thread. It doesn't have to be too exact, but I'm just putting a base so that when we glue, there's a place for the glue to go to. And actually, I kind of like a bit of gaps there for this. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna make sure that the tips are even. It's not like fly fishing where you kind of taper things. For this one, it doesn't matter because you don't really need it to swim. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on top like so. I'm gonna put 2 wraps. Okay, you saw there's no pressure on those wraps. And then what I'll do with my thumb is actually just press and roll the material around. Now, when you do that, what happens is that it will distribute around the hook. Okay, like so. And then put a couple more wraps. These wraps are actually tight. Okay, this is to secure it. There we go. And then go around the back to secure. And you don't have to be super clean with this, okay? You can do spirals just like that. Okay? There we go. Now, bring the thread over to the front. It's a good idea to actually check the distribution out and all that. 2 things you could do here. You could do this with your hand, or you could do this with a ballpoint pen. Alright, just as long as it fits over the eye, you're good. Now I'm not get any. Basically, what you need is a tube that you could actually use to push everything back. Alright, so just to show you that you can use anything, we're going to use this lure. Alright, so it fits. You see that? Alright, so make sure that you're not bending any. Alright, so you push back. As you can see there, everything's pushed back. You can just take that. Alright, make sure that every single thing is actually pushed back, and then you tie like so. There we go. Okay, like I tie mine very differently from the others. I'm pretty sure, because this is a fly tying technique. Also distribute your flash way better. So when you do this, you end up having an assist hook that really looks custom instead of looking like some cheap reproduction. Alright, so we do that, and then we have our, okay, before you do this, okay, don't leave it near the eye. Take the thread at the back, right, like so. Then you take your spliced braid. Okay, do that, tighten, and Bob's your uncle right there. And look at that. That is perfectly on the line there. Very convenient. Now all we have to do is just wrap forward like so, bind it, and now you can do a good job at binding this, and binding it really well. There you go. We're gonna have to do one more step right before we finish everything. right now you could already see how it would look like. And that's nice. Right there. Okay. Now, so we're just tightening this, just so. Just so this doesn't move. Okay, we take this off. Take our puller, like so. Okay, and basically what we need to do is just tighten this nut. That is it. We just put a bit of pressure on that to ensure that this is tight, and then we can go about and finish this right here, which we didn't need to actually. We could have cut that, but let's ensure that all the gaps are filled so it looks nice. And then do our whip finish. Like that. A knife in this instance is cleaner. It is a cleaner tool than a pair of scissors. Then just like that, our jig is finished. There we go. Now I made this a bit longer because what I want is for this to be rigged with and for this you can actually use a lighter split ring. You don't need anything heavy because for this type of rigging, this particular one, we're tying onto the solid ring. So you don't need a super strong split ring. So this is when I'm rigging one of these, because this is for when you need something light, and usually you start out with something heavy, not with something light. So with this one, if it's rigged like this, you could go really fast from cutting the leader and then putting this on. It's hell of a lot faster than fiddling around with the swivels and all this, although you can pre-rig everything with swivels because this jig flutters as well. So just like that, you can see hook placement is perfect. Alright, so this thing is ready for some tuna action. Now if there are fuzzy parts on this, just run a lighter, just like that. All the fuzzy bits are gone. Alright, so that's it. There we go. Easy rigging. Okay, and the hook size is just perfect for the jig. Alright, so if you have questions, just please drop them in the comment section below. So far, we have already rigged quite a few jigs, and these are all for the same purpose, and I'm breaking everything down for you guys so that you can see. So all of these are for the same purpose for the tuna. When they're on top and they're acting all weird and you can't catch them on the surface with surface lures, so we have to resort to jigs. We found that you just drop the jig down a certain depth that we target, and they are there. Okay, so this is the other type of rigging that we're doing with the swivel. We didn't do that with these jigs. So basically I have 3 on swivels, or 4 on swivels, and then 3 will be rigged exactly like how I showed you. And yeah, so in the next videos it'll be these 2. Alright, so if you want to learn more, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and when you subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell so that every single time we publish a video, and it's an opportunity to learn, and it's all free. Alright, so yeah, do that. If you've learned on this video though, please click on the like, and that actually helps this channel by displaying it and showing the videos that you watch to more people so that they would also learn. So that helps a lot, and it's very important that this channel actually gets found. Anyway, so that is it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.